playoffs, that's for sure. Here's the standings. 1-0, winning 3 TP League qualifiers back to back. The first one was won by Happy, Moon number 3, Lin number 4. Those 4 should also be the favorites. Colorful with a very good start, then falling off. Sock gathering points as well as Focus with a late start but an impressive catch-up. Lawlight, a little underwhelming. And here are the groups. Soin, Fly, Lawlight, Happy, Group A. Labyrinth, 15 Sway, Colorful, and 1-0 in Group B. Group of Death is Group C, in my opinion. Foggy, Kaho, Lin, and Focus. If Foggy comes prepared, he got a chance. Otherwise, the Asians will probably decide that outcome in Group D with the 2 humans, Fortitude and Sock, as well as Ice Orc, the ultimate underdog in this entire tournament. And they'll be facing the GOAT in Moon on Saturday and Sunday. Amazing 16 players that we got here. But we gotta cut down to 8. That's for sure. Our schedule today is the start of Group A. We're gonna start with an Orc Mirror, that is Soin versus Fly. We follow it up with a match that you clearly do not want to miss in Lawlight versus Happy. Soin versus Happy afterwards, so back-to-back matches for the Emperor. And then we conclude the day at the end with Fly versus Lawlight. Start great into the tournament, pick up some momentum, carry that across the past 2 days. And with the Blade Master and the right inventory, challenge Happy like orcs tend to do. Blade Master's in the middle, Circlet for Soin, Dust for Fly. This is of course a little stat boost, and on Tide Hunters, as there's only one shop, this is already a little bit of a punishment for Soin. Nobody's playing Mirror Image like Scars does, no. And Soin, the easiest strategy I would say, just grab the circlet, if you get it, go into the main and try to do some damage to peons, slow down the lumber to slow down Beastery and Spirit Lodge. But what if this grunt is just dead? Is that the first blood of TP League right here? He's trying to outmaneuver the blade, but it's so hard to do. Fly is reacting, multitasking seems to be on point, and I don't feel there's a big chance to save this grunt. Big opener for Fly. If that is the case, one more Windwalk, one more backstab, and with the correct... Oh! One more? Can he save himself into the creeps? That would be huge to delay the XP. Oh, got it though. Big move. Yes, this was peon time they spent in burrows to not get killed. That did reduce the economy. But a jump start to 1/3 of level 2 for Fly right there. Blade Master had nothing else to do really. Soin though, hiding on the high ground. There's 2 grunts at home with the normal damage. Relatively easy to deal with an already hurt Blade Master without selves, but the shop was skipped. So Fly can't go for clarities or speed scroll, as Soin is trying to salvage this at home. Both coming in with a very elaborate game plan. You can already see the preparation for both players. Fly slightly annoyed, and this finally leads to the first peon kill. But the Blade Master is also blocked. He has the Windwalk, but that is a completely depleted Blade Master. Could try to kill the shop again, but then he loses even more map control. And now it's time for tier 2. Build the Shadow Hunter and start the creeping game. Deliberately giving up on first hero experience to save as much as possible for the more important second hero. Blade Master is the damage dealer. Yep, it's of course nice, but Spirit Link reduced that damage. And the healing plus Hex is way more important. Upper hand after the early game, thanks to the grunt kill, should be going to Fly if he has the necessary lumber. But I don't think he has, does he? Look at it. He builds a totem, but his lumber is at 30. He can't build the Beastery. And that is a problem for sure. Nice reveal. And slowly but steady we're catching up. There's another grunter. There's 2 grunts hurt actually. But Soin has selves. One is running, second one running. Blade Master's trying his best to cancel that. And there we go. Both are playing a good game, but the map will probably be decided on the first fight. And how do you fight when you don't have raiders? Or is Fly saving it for tier 3? Is he willing to use Soin's weapons against him? No. Ooh, that's a big delay on Raiders. And Kodos, of course. Usually the number 1 snipe in an Orc Mirror fight of that style. Oh, Blade. Careful, brother. One more boulder might be your end. You don't have to mimic your opponent that much. There we go, Flute. Yeah, Kodo Beasts. The big command aura. 10 or 20% damage for everything around a Kodo. Plus the Devour. Always the first target. But how do you stop it without Ensnare? Tricky situation for Fly now. This early game Harass did a lot more than meets the eye at first sight. Thank you, Tommy, for the sub. And we're waiting. Same builds on both sides. Hex first, crit second. More dust. Both, of course, know. Seeing the movement at the shop, the Blade Masters were there. So you gotta be ready, but both have different priorities. So in scouting the wrong creep spot, the lab is gone already. Wind of Mana stealing, kinda nice. The True Shot aura for Soin immediately sold. This is the warm-up. Soin at 40. Burrow finishes in time. No macro mistakes there. Everything in order. Soin has a slight, look like a slight smile on his face. And the first heal scroll, look at this. Fly very much focused. We're still missing the big level 3s, but we're approaching. And if Fly gets some last hits here, that would be absolutely phenomenal to slow down the process. And there it is. How do you get level 3 now as Soin? Here comes the Hex though. Fly, there's no additional Windwalk after this one. Raider is ready, waiting for the End Snare. Does he have it locked in? He does. Oh, Fly, you need to be quick. Hex comes in, 1 critical strike. The surround isn't blocked though. Another End Snare, counter Hex to diminish the damage, but Fly, another Hex hits him. Is he revealed or not? He's trying to reach. Heal Wave is there. How many End Snares are here though? We have the first big fight. Spirit Link needs to be reapplied. Hex! And that is finally the Blade Master falling. Soin with a huge upper hand now. Spirit Link reapplied. Supply lead is ready. And we're very close to level 3. Fly, you need to salvage this somehow. But how when you don't have damage in your army? Another Raider being caught, and that was a little bit too greedy. That was a little bit too brave. Huge momentum for Soin now. He had the better build. He had the better army. And Fly flew a little too close to the sun. A classic opener for a Warcraft match when Fly is involved. I don't even blame him. That could have worked. He was really, really close to salvaging this. Maybe if the Shadow Hunter moves north a little bit faster. But then he did not. So what do you do with your advantage now? Trying to close out the game as long as the Blade Master is benched at the altar. 40 seconds. Ooh, if the Beastry falls, no Kodos, no Raiders. But no, pulls back. You can also play map control now. Creep up as much as possible. Steal camps away from your opponent's side of the map. Ooh, that was big. Warmill coming now. The Kodo's really late for Soin. Don't want to fight this. And he also fed the Shadow Hunter up to 3. Fly is not out of this yet. His Blade Master looks a lot better than Soin's Blade Master. Investment into mana, of course. Wand of the Wind can be put to very good use. Young Fang, thank you for the sub. And we have another fight. Fly wants to brawl. His heroes are back, but he can't prevent double level 3. Taking this red spot. A wonderful move by Soin. That's what he did with his time. So how good is the positioning? You don't want to use a Dispel on the Wand of the Wind alone. Nice Dispel against all that. Spirit Link. Fly is vulnerable at the moment. Soin banking 1,000 gold A little bit of a macro mistake here, looking a little bit better for Fly with the Kodo Beast. As much damage as it soaks up. That is a kill right there. Soin walking into the creeps. Unfortunate events. Double Raider kill. And Fly is not out of this yet at all. I'd say it even looks better for him. Look at the losses. 3 Raiders down. In exchange for just a Kodo. This blade is a beast and Soin has to lick his wounds. Mana, still okay on both sides. The Wind of Mana Stealing comes into play as well. And Fly is not the punching bag that some made him out to be. Blade is in. Little too late getting ensnared after the reveal. Well done. But we have another brawl. Oh, Pendant of Energy for Fly at that drop. No upgrades yet. 6 dispels available. Where does this game go now? Shop control, of course. The next big level up is quite far away actually. Level 2 Hex, not that meaningful. Level 2 Windwalk at this stage of the game, not too meaningful. Both made the decision to go for crit. I love that. And Soin, you got the hero kill, but you lost the fights afterwards. Heal scroll available, mana available, Flies in a good spot all of a sudden. That one misstep into the creep camp. And now Fly, look at the confidence, taking the turtle spot away. Big healing, never wrong. And we'll meet up at 60. The first big aggressive move by Fly into Soin's base. But he should be ready, he's close. Orc building's quite sturdy, except that shop maybe. And I feel like he needs this shop, both at 60. No big upgrades, so you need the clarities and need the mana potion. There's currently no clarity available. Fly with the surgical strike! Got another mana potion. Okay, is that enough to survive this fight? Kodo's moving forward. 2 on Soin's side, but nothing really too much except the peons. This grunt would be some. Shop repositioned in the back. There's also a shop on Fly side, but far away in the middle of the map. Kodo snipe as always, heal wave everywhere, and Fly is losing grunts at the front. Walker's obviously doing a lot of damage. Fly's Blade Master though should be the carry in this fight. A new Kodo arrives and Soin is losing some, so the Kodo... Oh, is he though? Heal wave, Spirit Link again. Fly a little far forward with that Raider being sniped immediately, but all the attention is on that Raider. All the attention also on the Kodo, trying desperately to get that heal self up, but doesn't work. Neck and neck fight. Not perfect by any means, but so close. Another Raider falling, and Fly, you might be running out of steam here. The heal scroll is gone. There's another mana potion on the Shadow Hunter for Soin. Pops it now, or transfers it now. And Fly is clearly losing this fight as it seems. Blade Master in trouble once again. He has the mana potion. He can go for heal wave if he so desires, but you gotta be careful. Heal potion available too. Shop is back up. Needs that clarity ASAP. And he gets it. All the right moves at the right times. Kodos have eaten. Should have eaten at least. And now is the fight turning around? Fly with more sustain thanks to the Pendant of Energy, thanks to the heal scroll. Ooh, Soin, don't move the Raiders back in, brother. If Soin can snipe 1 or 2 Kodos, that might be a lifesaver. And Fly needs to macro up a little. He is heavy on walkers already. Big losses on both sides. A little more on Fly than on Soin. But Fly can retreat, he has the gold, maybe another heal scroll, and then re-engage. Great competitive game at the start of the tournament! Careful with that blade, ensnared. The Kodo goes down. Uh-oh, it's a blade battle here. Hex! Oh, Soin! Was that the move that wins you the game? The second Blade Master kill. A little too greedy. Using the Kodo as a bait, and then the trap snaps. You activated my trap card. Oh, and this is the downfall of a former world champion on map 1. Basically no investment for Soin to get this done. Wonderful play. And now what? Look at the heroes difference. These blades were neck and neck throughout this entire game, and all of a sudden we have a 1 level lead on the Korean plus tier 3. Fly, you're in trouble. Look at him, he knows. Orbital Lightning, Kodo upgrade, Tiny Great Hall. All these great upgrades. Of course, Walker Master Training for more mana regen. And the revive. If Soin gets the time for tier 3, it's his game. There's still a red spot. There's just scraps for Fly, really. And mind you, this is map 1 out of 2 full weeks of Warcraft. Fly desperate expansion now? Maybe the only move that can bring him back. Hope that Soin is a little sloppy with the scouting. But he's at the red, getting it. Only the Cloak of Flames, not that big a deal. As both of Soin's heroes are approaching game 5. This is A-click territory, almost. Fly, of course, all eggs, one basket. And that's the Blade Master. Bought a Ring of the Archmagi. Damn. Cloak of Flames, 10 damage per second. In the middle of a fight, it's pretty good. It's obviously no aura. But it's pretty fine. That is double level 5. How do you want to compete with that? Big Invo Potion, Heal Scroll, Mana Potion. Feels like Soin could use a Mana Potion himself, but he goes for an Orb first. Maybe Mana Potion? No. No money for that. But the clarity should suffice. And he's getting ready for the big one. Fly only stands a chance with home turf advantage. 3 Kodos. If the 3 Kodos get a direct connection, there might be a chance. But how? Do we have Walker Master yet? Not yet. But it's finishing in a second. And then you can revive the Tauren. Here we go. So hard to maneuver against an Orb of Lightning. Soin going for the map 1 win. And the odds are really, really good. Fly needs kills for the levels. But he's up against a level 3 critical strike. 240. Kodos are dying on both sides. Raiders for Fly are a little bit lost there. And the Blade Master 284. Big red numbers. And the Cloak of Flames is actually working during Hex. That is nice. Heal Scroll used. And there's just one winner in this fight. If Soin keeps his hands on the keyboard and mouse, he's gonna win this. There's no argument to be made in a straight up fight that Fly stands a chance anymore in this mirror match. My god, this Blade Master is such a beast. And yeah, no doubt who the winner of this is. Another clutch Kodo save. Love to see it. And more and more and more murder. Fly loses the Shadow Hunter in a second once this Invo Potion is over. Next target, Blade Master. It's too much, you can't deal with that. And that is the end. GG. So in impressive fashion getting map number 1. What a nice time. Summer. There was no big blunder. Except maybe the first fight was a little bit botched. But that's about it. GG. 1-0. And I'd say both players performing a little better than expected. well prepared, straight up game, thinking, okay, if I play my best, I beat you. And Tidehunters, you know, very volatile map thanks to the shop in the middle. The next one, also only one shop, but that is Northern Isles. And Northern Isles is a bit bigger. And Soin uses that sometimes for tier 3. Thank you, Goody, for the sub. Much appreciated. Yeah, the first Blade Master loss for Fly wasn't even that bad. His Shadow Hunter was in a good position. He owned the fight at the middle of the bottom lane. But then botched the next in Soin's base. Home turf advantage is the thing. The shop snipe was super nice, but so was the shop rebuild. High stakes for Fly already. If he loses this one, he has to win Lawliot and Happy to have a chance for rank 1 or rank 2. Which would give him the direct qualification for the playoffs or the better seed in the Ascension phase. After one map, Fly is with his back against the wall. But maybe he needs that pressure. Like in a certain WCG final. This is a lot about creeping, a lot about items, and obviously about timings. Will we see the 2 aggressive Blade Masters again? And if yes, who gets the circle this time? Mind you, this last map started out with the Grunt loss. But it wasn't that important. The Peon loss was way more impactful. The Peons in the burrow. The missed lumber. Fly's build was late. All of it was late. Raider's late. Kodo's late. If you can even this out, definitely a chance for Fly. Off we go. Fly in the yellow down a map, upper right hand side, and Soin bottom left in the blue. I think it's relatively easy to fix for Fly. Don't let the blade harass you or harass as much as your opponent. It's nice that a grunt was lost, but it's not everything. Once again, there should be 2 Blade Masters. Everything else would be a great surprise. But yeah, Soin, are you still stubborn and think that Tauren on this map is the way to go? It's cool. It's stylish. It wins you bonus points for, you know, showmanship. But this is currently the biggest Warcraft tournament in the world, and you don't want to drop a map because of showmanship, do you? We do have different builds, though. Fly is skipping the barracks. Whoa. Double burrow shop. All pressure on this Blade Master to get something done. Due to the starting position, Soin should be faster. And he is. Oh, this puts Soin in a position where he can pressure the base. Go for the barracks. Is he... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fly. Was that a little too risky? Starter stepping. Grunt comes in. Of course, Soin's shop is late with this build. And feels like he doesn't want to commit. A little indecisive? Is it not enough damage for that Rax? Nice movement by Fly. Having the Blade Master home. Blocking the surface area. Thank you, Pishna, for the gifted sub. Much love. And this harass not as flawless as before. Fly dodges a bullet there. Gets the racks up. And Soin has to leave empty-handed, does he not? Almost. Odd to see such a passive Fly. That's usually not his playstyle.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
Oh, and starts with the slippers again. Yep, that's what we love to see. But of course, no grunt production for the longest time. So map control at the beginning of tier 2. And oh, and also Shadowhunter leveling must be faster for Soin. And he's clearly going for damage boosting items. Beastery Lodge on both sides, or Totem on both sides, or should be. But again, the lack of lumber is noticeable. It's not as extreme as it was on game 1, but it is noticeable. Noticeable is also the damage on Fly with Circlet and this Slippers. Is he getting the backstep? He is! Fly! What a maneuver! And now he can even out the tech if he gets enough damage on this beastery. Soin was hesitant going for the racks. Fly absolutely is not. But again, the building doesn't go down. Ooh. Okay. Blade Master was benched for a little. It's only level 1, but he was behind that Shadowhunter. That extends the period where he has to fight without his first hero. And Fly is putting up a fight, claiming the middle immediately with Blade 2 Grunts SH. Usually this would be a bit scary, of course, but with the Blade Master not on the field, what can you really do to contest this? It will take some time, no matter what, but it's okay. Yeah, it's really hard, judging from your comments in chat, who the fan favorite is here. Fly, lots of fans. Soin, lots of fans. Lawlight, lots of fans. And Happy, of course, being the dominator that he is. Or was? Ooh, what a drop for Fly. Sobi Mask first item. RNGesus is with the former world champ. Soin has to play this careful, but not too careful. Fly though. Hex. Another ensnare should be ready in a bit. But not enough reveal, and this Blade Master on map 2 is probably not going down. So Soin, what now? Down in levels. Oh, messed up the market camp creep a little bit. And Fly's just waiting in the wings for his moment to steal the big one. He might just be dead. Reveal. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Gotta fight against that. Nicely done by Soin. Big experience, big item. Book of the Dead though, probably the worst. What? 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 Oh no! Wow! The Shadow Hunter died to the creeps. If that happens to the Blade Master, I'd say, yeah, that's 50% of all Fly's game. But the Shadow Hunter, that was so expensive. The entire advantage she had, basically thrown out the window. No level 3 just yet. Oof. That is certainly a problem. Soin is getting a little gift, but he has to unwrap it first. Soin doesn't know. I'm not sure he doesn't know. Maybe he scouted the middle. Too much multitasking. And Soin breaking upkeep to 60 pretty much immediately. He feels comfortable. Heal scroll, claws +8, slippers. Look at that blade. All he needs is level 2, but here we go. He's punching for the victory. Round robin group stage, only 3 matches each. And a 2-0 is very good for the map score. But getting an advantage and closing things out, 2 different pairs of shoes. Fly, does he oh, Fly doesn't even have the burrow for it! Little lucky that Soin takes a break for the sidestep for another creep spot. And Fly pouncing on this immediately. Was it a little too passive here? 2 units caught. And an illusion on the Kodo Beast with Spirit Link that's super effective. Dispel realizes it is level 3 for Fly. Big red numbers. Not skilling yet, as Soin is still waiting for his upgrade, but whoa, what a fumbled fight! Kodo, Waka, Radar, all down! Again, the early moments of the fight going to Fly, and reinforcements trickling a lot faster now that the burrow is finished. Damage on this blade, double crit, 150, 170, and Fly is losing that Kodo finally. Blade Master level 3, give me that crit! It's dangerous. 1, 2, 3. For Fly on his side. Soin still with a little bit of an advantage. The Kodo is coming back, playing without the aura currently, both of them. Oh, but it's not looking that great. Radar moving back in, 1 Walker saved in ethereal form, Peons providing some damage, as well as the blade, of course. What's the mana situation? Fly should be ahead here thanks to the Sobi mask. What a weird and chaotic fight with all the peons inside. Oh, the shadow! Speed scroll dispelled. Is there a radar? But no, there's a hex! And that's another kill. Fly, you madman! It looked so grim. When the creeps did what Soin couldn't and killed the hero now. Look at how he salvaged this. The creep spot of doom for Soin. That lap did him no good at all. And now the pendulum swings back. This was a 10 food advantage. Equalized in just a second. Oh, and Soin is losing more. Look at the HP bars. The entire army crimson masked. It's just loss after loss after loss. Fly got an entire level in this last fight. Not that it matters too much on level 4 for an Orc heroes when you go critical strike too, but this is a disaster. And this could very well be the momentum shift in this series. What do you have left, Soin? An additional shop on the right for Fly. Oh yeah, it's easy pickings. It is. Codal Beast advantage. Blade Master level advantage. It's all down to the claws and the crits for Soin. Little damage on everything, especially thanks to Spirit Link as walkers are falling. Soin is doing fine-ish with what he has, but it's just not enough as the Shadow Hunter falls for the second time. You can see the disappointment in Soin's face. 1-1 series tied. Oh ho ho. You make one mistake and this man is right there. Regardless of losing the most important hero in this matchup to creeps. He didn't care, he didn't give up, and then he slaughtered. What an explosive fight. But yeah, Soin, this is down to you. You got greedy. You wanted that extra chunk of experience, that one more item, that one more level. Then you got the map loss. Thank you so much, Free 6, $30. Please try our game. It's like old Warcraft 3 mode TTW. With a link to the Play Store. What's it called? You paid $30. It's called Defense of the Kings by Liquor Games. Yeah, I think it's fair to give you a little bit of spotlight here. Look at this. Defense of the Kings. App Store and iOS. Very much a tower defense, huh? Okay, go check it out. Thank you very much for the support. You got a spelling error. An Orc Warrior, though. That is spelled with a double R. My pleasure to help you out. And now we got a decision. One more map. Whoever wins this is likely to be not last in the group. And it's down to Echo Isles. Lots of claws here. I would be very surprised if any of these move away from their Blade Masters. Can you get him back to back, Fly? Was that kill just wind under your wings? So and get some time to process the loss, obviously. There was one mistake in this entire game. Not going to the base directly, but to the lab, and that's it. And yeah, judging from this best of 3, both in good shape. I mean, Fly, it's kind of good if he loses his heroes early on, so we don't have to do it later on in the matches versus Lawlion and Happy, where this will be the end. But you know, Fly is a showman. Fly is a man of the people. And you gotta give the people what they want. You gotta. Echo Isles is Soin's pick, by the way. It's always Lose's pick. The shop here is, again, the pattern in this series is there's only one shop on the map, and both feel comfortable to be there early or gambling for it. But it's so far out, you have to walk in a V, basically, to get circled into harass, if that's what someone wants to do. You can gamble a bit on the marketplace, but for that, someone has to creep something. You're looking fresh. I thank you. My favorite shirt for one of my favorite tournaments. As this is the big stage. Gotta dress up a little, huh? Can't sit here in a shirt. I mean, a t-shirt. Maybe a little break for both of them. If Soin loses this, he has to win in his weakest matchup, Night Elf, versus one of his better friends, Lawliot. Or win against Happy. Tough. Ooh. Kinda good for Happy and Lawliot both. If a match ends 2-1 when you're not participating, that's always good for you compared to a 2-0. And of course, this is just the first out of 4 matches today, as we do 2/3 of the Group A round robin. And the next match is going to be Happy versus Lawlight. But before we have to conclude this series, the Orc Mirror is close to a conclusion. Fly 1, Soin 1. We got the blue Korean on the right hand side. We got the yellow Orc player, Fly, on the left hand side. Is there variation in builds? What made Soin pick this map? Fly usually a very, very jolly person. Joking around, laughing, smiling. Nothing like that to be seen here today. Serious business, this TP League Grand Final. 2 of the 5 orcs here. Ice Orc, the biggest underdog in this tournament. Lin, one of the biggest favorites in this tournament. And Focus Pocus, the gym community's favorite player. And Soin is changing it up. This time he goes for a shop. Fly with a barracks this time. So Soin with the slowest Blade Master Grunt tech. Fly skipping the shop. Hitman up and awake, cheering for his boy Soin. Okay. Super aggressive Fly as so often. But yeah, it's Soin switching it up. No instant harass. Town portal sold. Probably for a fast tech. Exactly. But it's Fly this time, harassing the peons. No item boost. That's only down to Soin. He got the shop, he got the selves. Nice little peon micro here, trying to waste as little time as possible. We've seen it in both games. You can't really afford to lose lumber here, and you don't want to lose that burrow for sure. Ay, ay, ay. Stressful moments for Soin. This is probably not how he wanted this game. Has to play the blade passively. The grunt is hurt. Oh, self-cancelled immediately. Has to be reapplied. That's 30 gold. Okay, early game survive. Fly takes the freedom to go to the shop. That's the circlet. And the harass continues. Someone can definitely not play the way he wanted to. Oh, careful. Last hit important. Has to windwalk out, but he can be revealed. Not just yet. An arms race, of course. What moves can Soin do to squeeze out a little bit of mana out of Fly? to steal some experience away. Whoa, that's level 2 big, but backstab immediately. So close. As what? We have a grunt surround. Fly, you madman. A 3-point surround using the building against Soin. And a little bit too late to pop him out of there. Not sure who's ahead. This grunt loss was quite big. Fly can creep faster now. A little bit of experience, of course. No lumber loss. But Soin gets his production up, no problem.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
As we're waiting for the Shadow Hunter. Unit and army composition in general. Very samey on all 3 maps. But that's just Orc Mirror nowadays with the Headhunters being nerfed in the last patch. Off we go. Oh, this big. Can oh, reveal? Is he blocked there? This didn't go as planned. Who was the... Soin got the item apparently and sold it immediately. Hex though, focus fire. Creeps are helping a tiny little bit. Speed scroll invested. And he can't reach for another hex. This was... I think the experience to fly, right? The ogre plus the grunt is 1.7. Item to Soin, immediately sold. And man, this blade is decked out. So both got a little something off of that. But Shadowhunter can creep for Soin. And if you have a faster level 3, you can dictate the game. And of course we got 3 unique spots on the map. Fly not willing to contest it anymore. Only level 1 blade. The damage difference already 200. But alright, a berserker can always help. A big item here can always help. Don't lose the Shadowhunter to creeps this time, please. Soin's position seems to be getting better and better. Supply, lead, XP, lead. Item only a parry-apt. Are you getting too greedy, Soin? Ships in the night. As Fly is moving to the Murlocs. That's a big steal. Triple gloves. The more you attack, the more crits you get, the more damage you do. What? He saw it! He revealed him! The Watcher Ward! What a timing by Soin! Amazing! And another early hero kill. Yeah, that feels good. That feels real good. And what a lead on the first hero. What can Fly do at this point of the game? Can't reach for level 3 really, except the green in the north. But that is readable. Sick timing on the dust. And here's the creep jack. Oh no, Blade Master was only level 1, of course not the biggest deal. We do have level 3, but same goes for Soin with just 1 more kill. 1 grunt taken out, heal wave is ready, lots of mana on Fly. This is a fight for survival for the Chinese orc. Raider traded for a grunt, but that's level 3! Almost the heal wave, clutch moments here in this fight. But a 10 food advantage for Soin. He played this wonderfully, survived the early harass. And once he had a free moment, his creeping was just better. There's 1 more heal wave. Fly has the Kodo advantage. But for how long? He's about to lose another raider. The heal wave is ready. That was the last bit of mana for both of the Shadowhunters. No one has a clarity. No one has a potion. Fly is losing. That's so important. Kodo. But he's also getting 2 kills here. Look at the block. Sweet. Fly with the moves. And the supply gap narrows. But both level 3 heroes here. Crit level 2. Utterly important.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
Blade is creeping. Just the scraps. But yeah, heal selves absolutely necessary. To boost up that 50 food army back to full health. Risky Fly. But he knows Soin has no momentum currently. He can't fall back. There's Murlocs. There's this Mur camp. He got lots of experience on his side of the map. But he's willing to engage again. Heal self not running for that long, but mana is back. Mana potion was used. Oh, the big one. Who gets it? Fly does. Item, ring +4 also on Fly's side. Not the great engagement for Soin. Is he throwing his lead away? Just like on Northern Isles. On to the Blade Master we go. He needs something to get out. Soin! Oh, not again! Hacks! Kill! And that Blade Master kill arguably a lot bigger than the one before. Fly sees an opening and he uses it once again. Kodo being caught. He wanted to go for the Shadowhunter, it was noticeable. But then turns around. Heal wave. That was the last one again. Fly is leveling like crazy. 100 seconds. And the Shadowhunter caught as well. Oh my god. Soin with a major fumble. You could have done everything. Move south. Murlocs, green, anything really. Just not that. And now you're down 10 food. 2 heroes. Oh no. And Fly on a rampage. 100 critical strike. Not that much, but it doesn't really matter. Level 4 SH, a little bit of mana boost of course, still waiting for the Blade Master. A Tavern Revive was expensive and here come the towers. Get out of my game, get out of my tournament. Oh, Soin, you have a Hercules task ahead of you. The blade might just come back, but what about the mana? Oh, Fly this promising for the rest of the month. Blade. Okay, he's back. Soin, you need a miracle. But there's a reason people trust your micro. You need it now. But this is not it. Not this far. The towers are up now. In a second. And what's left? There's quite a few herd units for Fly as well. He will not leave this fight without any losses probably. But by god, there's nothing left for Soin. Even the grunt comes back. And from here on out, it is the easiest to clean this up. Shadowhunter in a 4-point surround again. GG! Fly takes the series. Oh! Quite a celebration. There it is. That felt good. That felt really good. Blade Master loss. He is just the unit. He said this time and time and time again. Just another unit. And it was true once again.